one of the producers on this film called A Christmas Heart. It's actually titled after a song I wrote, A Christmas Heart, and I'm gonna get teary-eyed because I can't believe how many people showed up. This is unbelievable. This is such a sweet story about forgiveness and redemption and to have joy in the circumstances. Because we all know that Christmas time can be such a joyous time, but for some, it can be really heartbreaking because it brings up past hurts and tragedies that have happened over the holidays. And what we're trying to do with this film is to show that even though we go through struggles, which we all know we do, and we all will continue to do, but through the struggles, God produces perseverance in us, right? Amen. And so what we would love is for this film to show people that, yeah, through the struggles, it's actually a joyous thing because God is producing perseverance in us and He's refining us to help others and to pour into others through that. So what I wanted to show in this scene here is that the town all comes together in the beginning to light the Christmas tree. The mayor's there, and it's a sweet town that all is come together. But at the end of the film, we're going to shoot that as well tonight, which is one of the characters in the film that goes through massive struggles. He loses his wife and his child in the beginning of the film, and he ends up adopting two teenagers at the end of the film. But those two teenagers are the ones that killed his wife and son in a car accident, texting, snapping, and driving. So, but he ends up forgiving all of that, and then realizes they need love too. They need help too, and they were 5 years prior were saved out of a fire where they became an orphan, and he couldn't. And the man that adopts them at the end, he's the one that saved them 5 years prior from the fire. So it all comes full circle, and we just felt it's not a true story, but I'm sure there are cases out there that this has happened before. And so we just are so grateful and so thankful that you would take your time to even come out and be a part of this. Since there are so many, I would love for everybody to be featured, but I'm not sure. I can't promise that. But we're going to get a big wide shot, which means we get to see everyone. And then they will have a steady cam, which means there's a guy going around with a camera trying to get just faces and reactions and stuff. So you might end up with your mugshot on the film. I've been doing this since I was 17. And I started out as a featured extra. So, and I remember having to be in holding and waiting, and it's all about hurry up and wait. And so I appreciate y'all for doing this. I'm 51 now. I produce Christian films, but my love is that we founded a community center called Branch to Hope Community Center in Aledo, Texas. And it's just to pour into the community there. And our hopes is that we are able to have Branch to Hope Community Centers everywhere. And it doesn't have to be a 23-acre ranch where ours is. It could be a building like this, just pouring into each other. And so here in Granbury, there was a girl who's 14 years old who took her life back in April. She hung herself just because of bullying, cyberbullying on Snapchat. And so we felt like this is a great town to really pour into and help with that. And there is a rock house that was purchased by one of our fundraising committee members at Branch to Hope, and we're going to turn that into a Branch to Hope art place for kids to come for art therapy. And so that just happened because God wanted it to happen, because that's how it's all been happening, right? I mean, God has been so good. The reason we opened Branch to Hope Community Center in Aledo, Texas, was because a little boy who was 12 years old, he hung himself 3 years ago at COVID. And the gentleman who plays the fireman in this film was his father. And we opened up Branch to Hope Community Center literally right when COVID, I looked for a place. I was like, Lord, we need a place. We just need a place to pour into these people and for everybody to love on each other and connect with each other again and not isolate. And so a year later, he gave us this place over in Aledo, Texas, and it's unbelievable. It's 23 acres of just God's nature, and we're putting sports field out there. We've got 11 horse stalls. We've got horses and horse therapy there. We've got art classes. This film is considered part of our mentorship experience program, which is called Roots, which we dig deep into the ground and we create roots so that we can have a foundation of knowing how to love on each other. And so this film is because of that. We are doing a mentorship experience by utilizing, like these poor guys here, they're professionals, but they're having to teach people that aren't. And so it's kind of, God works on your patience, right? Because you're like, okay, wait, there's a bigger picture here. So we've been helping, and one of our leads, her name is Lola Milazzo. Her parents are right here. She is one of our leads, guys, and she has never acted.
Awesome.
Ever. And she's one of our leads.
So we need to get moving. So
Wait, hold on. I'm not done.
okay.
Let me finish my. This
All
is
right.
very important, Chance.
All right, we gotta-
We love Chance. He
gotta
keeps
hurry.
the ball rolling.